Hi. Today's sales thought picks up on our last video about goal planning. Today we're going to talk about tracking. Tracking is what's going to give us the plan to help us achieve our goal. Now, if you remember in our last video, we talked about making a goal of making $60,000 a year in the car business. Maybe it doesn't sound like a lot, but we just started. We've only been at this for, we're going to say, 9 months or so. So what we'll do today is talk about tracking, what it is, why we want to track, and we'll give you an example of how we're going to plan for this. We're going to track so we can make sure that we achieve our goal. Because after all, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Let's get right at it. Tracking. So why should you track performance? Well, what you measure, you can improve on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use quantitative data to help us figure out where we've been so we know where we're going. Now, when you're tracking, there's all kinds of ways you can track. However, in our particular example, we're going to say that we've been in the automotive business for a total of 9 months. So first, we're going to look at what we did the first 6 months, and then we're going to look what we've done at the last 90 days. 90 days is also called a rolling 3-month average. And it's been said by Joe Verdi that that's really the statistic you want to look at. Because what we did a year and a half ago, a year ago, even 6 months ago is not maybe as relevant as what we've done the last 90 days. The goal is to always be improving on our skills and our habits and our attitude. And if we're improving on those types of things, we should see improvement from 90-day average to 90-day average. First, let's look at what we've done the first 6 months in the business. Then we'll look at the last 90 days. Then we're going to set our goal, and we're going to see how we can get to that goal by looking at the things that we're tracking. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about what areas that we should be tracking. Again, we should be tracking, if it's automotive sales, we should be tracking how many sales we're making, how many people we're waiting on, how many times we're doing presentation and demos. In fact, those broadly are called opportunities. Your opportunities is how many people that you're working with each day and each month. Your activities would be the presentation and the demonstration drive. After all, 80% of the selling or the value is built during the presentation and the demonstration phase. So that's ultimately what we want to get to. And hey, that's why customers still come visit us. They can get the prices online. They want to drive the vehicles and experience them, get themselves behind that wheel. That feel of the wheel is what's going to help them seal the deal in their own mind. Lastly, we want to track our results. How many sales are we making, or how many customers are finding a vehicle that fits their needs and wants and moving forward with that transaction. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can track, or what we use to track our performance. Well, you can do old-fashioned pen and paper, which we're going to use here. However, there's CRMs, which stands for Customer Management Retention. There's Excel sheets, there's workbooks, all kinds of ways you can track performance, and that's maybe for another video. Today, we want to just walk you through the example of using our past tracking and our past history to develop a plan for a goal for the future, and then what we'll need to tweak and what we'll need to do so we plan perfectly so we will not fail and we can achieve our goal. First 9 months in the car business. So the first 6 months right up here, we sold 13 vehicles. We had $295 bonus every time we sold a vehicle. And then it resulted in $3,885 a month in sales. Now, good news, we've increased our skills. We've been doing the right things, practicing our word tracks and working with more guests and prospecting to get more guests in. And we're doing a really good job there. And what we've done the last 90 days is we've got 14 sales at $300 bonus every time we sell a vehicle. And that's equaling $4,200 in commissions per month, or bonuses per month. So pretty good. So far, so good. However, we've got a goal. Our goal is to make $60,000, and this isn't quite $60,000, so we want to come up with $60,000. So we're going to figure what that is and kind of work from the goal and then go backwards. So our goal is going to be $60,000 for the year 2020 in the automotive business. We figured out that if we do 16 sales at $315 a bonus, that'll achieve our $5,000. You can do the math. It should work out. Now, that's very realistic. It's achievable. It's measurable. It's got a completion date, as we said in our earlier video. And what it is about about a 19% increase month over month. The $4,200 to $5,000 is about a 19% increase. So we said in an earlier video, your mind can only conceive going up in increments of 15 to 20% monthly to be able to wrap our head around that. So it's a great goal, it's measurable, it's realistic. Let's use that as our goal. Now, we talked about opportunities, activities, and results. In our last 90 days, here's what we've done. We've averaged 80 opportunities a month, about three and a half guests a day over 25, 26 days. So we did a good job there. Now, number two, the activities, which would be demonstrations and presentations in this particular example. 50% of the people we wait on each month, we actually are going to the demonstration and presentation stage. So about 50%, which we represent over here. Now, of those people that take a presentation and demonstration drive, they result in 14 sales, 14 write-ups. Or about 35% of the time when they take a demonstration drive, they actually purchase. So we feel pretty good about that. As a matter of fact, when we're going to set our goals, our tracking goals, we feel like we're waiting on enough people right now. In fact, we're not sure if we can wait on a lot more. However, what we really want to work on is our activities. We'd like to increase that 50% to 60%. We feel like if we practice the objection handling, if I don't want to take a demonstration drive, I don't have enough time to take a demonstration drive, we work a little bit more on helping the guest or figuring out with the guest their needs and wants. We figure out those types of things, we feel like we'll be able to get on more demonstration drives. Really what we're going to do is tweak one area. And you see right here, this is our goal for 2020. So we're going to shoot for, again, same number there, 80 people in a given month, about three and a half guests a day. And what we're really going to work on, as we said earlier, was our demonstration objection handling. We feel like a lot of times people are just saying they run out of time, and we know it's really kind of a reflex objection. I mean, everybody wants to take a demonstration drive. So we're going to work on how to get more people to take a demonstration drive, and we do that and just keep that number of people that we take on the presentation and demonstration drives at the same percentage. It stays at 35. That's what we had in the last sheet. If we can keep that constant, we're going to increase our sales to almost 17 a month, 3 more cars. That's quite a bit of an increase. If we're able to do that, we should easily be able to sell 16 cars a month, which should give us $5,000 in a given month, which will equal that $60,000. Heck, we may even go over it. We may have to adjust our goals 6 months into this to shoot for $75,000, $80,000. So my hope is that you can see that by tracking things and by looking at them quantitatively, using some math, using the 13 rules of goal setting, we'll be able to have a goal that's not just a wish, it's a goal because we have a plan. Thank you.